Absolutely. And I'm sure a lot of that is a lot easier said than done. Now, you've worked with a lot of clients showing how they can gain insight into their revenue cycle performance. What are some of the recurring challenges that you continue to see where providers are typically struggling?
Literally just this past year, and you know that I read a lot. I have the nickname here at Medi, nosy by nature. It served me well as a nurse. It serves me well in RCM, and it serves me well for our clients. There was an article that I think few would believe that the title of it, but it was literally "Denials Are Getting Weirder and Weirder." That was the title of it, and it could not be more aptly titled. And you saw that part of the ROI strategy that I did here at Medi was digging through 5 years of data and just looking over what the denials landscape look at and what I'm now lovingly calling vintage data. I would love to say that I coined that phrase that was picked up from a potential client, but I loved it and I think I'm going to use it. May put it on a t-shirt. So being able to look across what was going on in the years. So in addition to looking at that, it was just so incredible to see certain denials that were being mitigated, certain ones that were not presenting as regularly as they did before. And I think it's because they are definitely under more scrutiny. But what wound up popping up was what one of our, actually an old friend of mine that I worked with previously and is looking to become a potential partner slash client of Medi, said it's a whack-a-mole strategy. Because literally, as people were getting into looking at what was going on with timely filing and trying to look at some of the pre-cert denials, there were other denials that were just bubbling up. And even though they had very, very successful strategies at mitigating some of the denials, not being able to see what was bubbling up behind them. I hate to get horror movie-ish, but it's almost like the boogeyman underneath the bed is now just bubbling up, and you were just like fighting so hard against this one enemy, and one was lurking, and you just didn't know. That's why it's so critical to have the insights. Clients need to have a clear line of sight into their current AR, understand their payer mix, how the payers are paying, have a self-pay and point of service collection plan, and do as much to prevent denials as possible, while also having a very streamlined, systematic approach to chasing and recovering denials that are actionable and ones that are actually leaving dollars on the table. We've talked about that, easier said than done, but that's why we do the research that we do here at Medi, just so we can get to those very finite details.